From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker.
My mom's
We're
basement.
speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump.
Live.
It is a good day, people of the internet. Even though the Congress is doing some really sketchy crap, the Supreme Court has handed us a victory. Let's celebrate the victory, because California even said that their law is probably now considered unconstitutional, which is awesome. So if you're in California, you're going to be able to get a concealed carry permit. Maybe we're on our way to constitutional carry. If you don't know who I am, my name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist and firearms advocate, and I like guns. And I'm joined by my co-host, Flying Rich. How you doing, Flying Rich?
Well, good after this morning's decision. Pretty excited the more I read it. And what's the tune? We're gonna do some sketchy. That's what they're doing in frickin' Congress right now.
Yes, they are. Hold on.
I want to make a short, like a YouTube short. We're gonna do some sketchy stuff and put a video, C-SPAN video up.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty. I mean, Congress always does sketchy stuff all the time.
Quit screwing around.
I have no idea. The damn thing fell off. I have no idea why. I had to put it back together because it's a Shure, and Shure makes everything complicated. So, we are brought to you by our friends at 1776 Supply. 1776 Supply is a great company that sells a bunch of stuff for the build community. We also recently just signed a deal with... What is that? Okay, never mind. We just recently signed a deal with... or in the process of signing the deal, so I might be a little bit naive, but everything's been agreed to. We just have to get the signatures for Ghost Gunners to keep on sponsoring us. So that's exciting.
Tell Cody he really could sponsor us if he sends me a Ghost Gunner.
Well, he's sponsoring my other channel. I'm just throwing in some... This, like I always do.
I'm just saying.
My sponsorships are all for my other channel, and I say, hey, I'll just, shout you out on it.
And we're broadcasting to your news channel also. We're not broadcasting to Facebook, though. Oh, you took it off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We already broadcast one. I don't want to do too many lives on that.
All right.
No, I mean, I like this. When we broadcast to my news channel, the comments scroll by so fast. Can't keep up with them.
Yep. Yeah, so happy birthday, Clarence Thomas, and thank you for the freaking gift.
Yeah, we make more money when we do that, but it's not worth it. Yes, thank you for the gift, Mr. Thomas. And should I tell the story about my sister?
Yeah, that's actually a fun one. That'd be appropriate.
All right. So my sister one time was like, yeah, I
Wait, you got to give a little background. This one sister of yours travels in circles with famous people but doesn't realize they're famous.
Yeah, so she was like, oh, I met a nice guy and his wife, and they're very nice, and you should really talk to him because I know you like the law stuff, and he's actually a judge. So no, what level of judge is he? Is he like a county judge? Is he a state judge? Or what type of judge is he? I don't know. His name is Clarence. It's like, Clarence, the unusual name for a judge. Like, to describe him, he's an older black man who he's kind of conservative. Like, do you have a last name? Thomas. And I'm like, Clarence Thomas. You were at a party and you talked to Clarence Thomas and you became friends with Clarence Thomas and his wife. She's like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. I'm like, do you know who he is? I don't know. He's some type of judge.
Oh,
Like, he's not some type of judge. He is like the Supreme Court justice. I mean, other than
when you told your
Roberts,
sister
like
she was the Supreme Court justice, did she go like, "Oh"?
No, she was like, yeah, whatever. She's like, oh, is that an important position?
No, she really.
No, she was like, yeah, whatever.
Your sister's so innocent that way. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny. I was like, I just thought it was hilarious. But yes, so we got a good decision today. It was a 3 dissented, and everyone that did join. I was telling Rich, this is kind of interesting, right? They put their stuff in there, but they all joined the opinion of Thomas. So they wrote. That means since they joined the opinions, that means the concurring. I'll look at this later. That means that the concurring opinions is not case law. The only case law is what Thomas wrote because they joined the case law. Got what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So,
but is the dissenting opinion
Alito,
case
Barrett,
law? Is the only thing that's okay?
So when they look at it, they are only going to look at what Thomas said because they joined his decision. They didn't because you could dissent or concur and say, you can have another. Dissenting and concurring are not binding. So yeah.
So I have the relevant text on the scroll on the bottom here, but let me read through. I did a quick layman scan of the 135 pages, and I'll read to you what I think is relevant. And so I'm going to kind of paste together a couple of paragraphs. So first off, it was a 6-9 decision. Alito, Kavanaugh, and Barrett wrote concurring statements. The gist, the one-liner, is because the state of New York issues public carry licenses only when an applicant demonstrates a special need for self-defense, we conclude that the state's licensing regime violates the Constitution. Boom, mic drop, you can go home from there. But let's carry on further down in the document. I think we're, in the 60th page around here. Constitutional right to bear arms in public for self-defense is not a second-class, an entirely different body of rules than any other Bill of Rights guarantees. That's kind of an interesting statement, and further elaborated. We know of no other constitutional right that an individual may exercise only after demonstrating to government officers that some special need. That is not how the First Amendment works when it comes to unpopular speech or the free exercise of religion. It is not how the Sixth Amendment works when it comes to a defendant's right to confront the witnesses against him. And it is not how the Second Amendment works when it comes to public carry for self-defense. New York's
Go ahead. Sorry.
New York's proper cause requirement violates the 14th Amendment in that it prevents law-abiding citizens with ordinary self-defense needs from exercising their right to keep and bear arms. We therefore reverse the judgment of the Court of Appeals and remand the case for further proceedings consistent with this opinion. It is so damn ordered. F you. I added that.
Okay, I thought Thomas wrote that. I was like, that's freaking bold of him. But yeah, you're right. One of the really cool things about what happened today is the epic meltdowns on Twitter and other social medias by screaming liberals who are kind of a little bit salty. Keith Olbermann says,
Oh, that guy.
dissolve the Supreme Court.
Wow. Wow, what a piece of shit. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah.
Dissolve the Supreme Court. He didn't do like what George Takei said. Like, I was loving on George Takei until he made a crack about Clarence Thomas. That was, I don't even want to repeat it. It was so rude.
Yeah, George Takei, Salu, is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that was it for me and George Takei.
Yeah.
Not like he cares, but so here's something interesting. Let's just go back to one little bit of what I read. If anybody, nobody hit on it. Okay, the constitutional right to bear arms in public for self-defense is not a second-class right subject to an entirely different body of rules than the other Bill of Rights guarantees.
Rich? I think Rich is locked up or he's playing the statue game, which I did to him earlier, which would be kind of funny if he is doing that. But what Rich is saying is that this is a step in the right direction. It is not constitutional carry quite yet, but I do think we are on the way there. And I do think we're there sooner than later. And like yesterday, I wouldn't have said that, but today I believe that. And one of the things I want to point out is I guarantee people that the decision was going to come out today. So much so, I made the thumbnail, titles, and everything else, and put it on there. And people were like, how do you know? I was like, logic. And they're like, well, then people are saying you're clickbaiting because, the decision's not out, and you said you're going to go live to cover the decision. I'm like, logic. They're not going to do Dobbs, and they're not going to do the New York Pistol Rifle Association on the same day. They're going to do them on separate days. There's 2 days, today and tomorrow. And here is the thing. Dobbs to the country is a bigger case. Not to us, the Second Amendment guys. This is the bigger case. But to the country as a whole, Dobbs is a bigger case. So I figured that's going to come in the last day. So what day do they have for the New York State Pistol Rifle Association? Would be today.
Sarah Albrecht said this to me. Release opinion on concealed carry before Roe v. Wade writes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Putang, if you want to come on, man, just let me know. I'd love to have you on right now. I'd love to have Jordan on or any of you guys over there. Well, so because of that, I kind of, my big story for tomorrow is kind of pushed back now. And that's all I'm saying.
Actually, John, you haven't told me what's going on tomorrow, but I heard from somebody else what's going on tomorrow.
You have no idea what's going on tomorrow.
Oh, I bet I have a better idea than you think.
I mean, I might have told you.
No, you haven't. I told you you haven't. I didn't hear it from you.
there's only a handful of people that know.
His initial.
Rich is locking up like a mofo. Hold on. I gotta get a screenshot of this. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, that works. I had to get a screenshot of his face because I think this is so much funny. DLD, I think you do know what's going on after. But yeah, there is a lot. There you are. You're back.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go onto tethering off my phone.
Hey, you want to see the screenshot I took of you?
I know what it looked like. I saw when the screen locked up.
Okay, well, yep. I'm going to send that to Man Against the Masses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was I'm wrong because no, I'm not wrong. That's perfect meme material. Turtle Club. You don't look like a turtle, so I don't know why people keep on calling you a turtle. Well, that's actually a good picture. Hold on, let me get this one too. If you're listening, the audio only, Rich's camera keeps on locking up, and I'm taking pictures to be used as memes. That was actually a good picture. I'll send you that one.
Okay. All right.
No, seriously.
We're tethering.
Seriously, it was a good picture. No, but I mean, I don't know why people keep on calling you a turtle. You don't look like a turtle.
Well, thanks. All right. So what I was getting at before I locked off the first time is the second sentence. I'm not sure where we ended up, but what it's saying is we know of no other constitutional right that an individual may exercise only after demonstrating to government officers some special need. That kind of sounds to me like it's a gateway to constitutional carry.
I think it might be, and I think that was on purpose.
I think there's a lot of unpacking to do in Justice Thomas's opinion. There's like 69 pages there. I don't know if he did that as a joke of his decision. Also, it's released on his birthday. So it seems like it's driving a lot of nails into the coffin of gun control.
Okay, Rockin' TCB wants to know what's going on with the Senate vote. We're expecting that either any time now, tonight or tomorrow at the latest. If they voted to end debate, like do for closure, basically saying no, nothing can. It's in its final state, and that's where you would block it with the filibuster. And they had the 65 votes that basically ended debate. You go on my Twitter, I have, and I'll bring it up here, just so I don't want to like misname anyone. But these are the Republicans that voted your gun rates down the tubes here. I'm going to bring it up. I tweeted a lot today. And let me go ahead and share my screen here. Rich is coming back in. I'm going to share my screen here just so you can see the names on my Twitter account. My Twitter is CrumpySS. But here is the names right here.
The commies.
Okay, so we have Blunt. Not the good type of blunt either. Okay, Portman from Ohio, Capetto. I can't say. Cassidy Ernst, Jody Ernst, who claims
Ernst, what a piece of crap.
Yeah, I got to talk to some people. I actually have her cell phone number. I should give that out to the people.
She became the worst rhino almost immediately upon taking office.
Yeah, she ran.
She ran like, I'm military. I'm a former military. Vote for me, USA, all the way, red, white, and blue. Blah blah blah.
And then she's like, establishment. I want to be part of the establishment. Murkowski,
Gun
which
grabber?
is
Yeah.
not
Count me in.
a surprise. Burr, Collins, Cornyn, John Cornyn of Texas, Lindsey Graham,
Goober. Jackwagon.
Tillis, Tom Tillis, Pat Toomey, Young, and Mitch.
McConnell.
I'm the guy who really looks like a turtle, McConnell. So there we go.
I just bought a new router. Thank you, One Love Design. Seriously, I just spent $200 on a router. It might need a reboot.
One Love Design with a $10 super chat, and he wants Rich to buy a new router.
Last weekend, I bought a new router.
Rich
I
bought a new router from a potato farm.
So yeah, I got a new Asus router, and
That's actually a really good router that you have.
Yeah,
So,
I got the RTAX 86S.
That's actually a really good router. Nobody knows. Did you fix your problem where you had something?
While my DHCP lease is getting eaten up by a virtual machine on my network, yes.
Okay. But yeah. Rich is Michelangelo.
I don't know why he says that.
And I'm Donatello.
John, oh, the turtles. Okay.
Michelangelo.
Is Donatello the smart one?
Donatello's the one with the staff. He's the one.
I've seen a movie, but just like I've seen Fast and Furious, I don't remember the actors' names.
Yeah,
or
Raphael,
like
Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. No. There you go. Maybe.
All right. So Jeremy H sounds like he's a techie. He's saying I should just go for the ubiquity. Yeah, that's good stuff.
It is. It is. So did they make open carry legal at all in all states? They made concealed carry may issue. They made everything may issue.
No, shall issue.
No, shall issue. They made everything shall issue. California said that that their law is probably unconstitutional under Bruin. But they are going to work to protect gun owners.
This is what's interesting to me is what's going on right now. Half of the states have constitutional carry. The other half do not. I live in the gunshine state, and we do not have constitutional carry. And our governor said, put it on my desk, I'll sign it, which kind of pisses me the flock off that or legislative critters in Florida are not getting the job done.
I think we're going to get constitutional carry before you guys.
That's great. You may.
Because the next election cycle, it's going to flip. It's supposed to flip the Senate over to Republicans.
But we have a supermajority in both houses in the Florida legislature.
Yeah, but we're going to have a majority in both houses, and the governor wants constitutional carry. So, and right now,
as long as you don't have the damn rhinos like I got,
constitutional carry passed the House. It's just the Senate lost by a very slim margin, and that margin is going to be flipped.
So Dark sent us his social security number.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I got a more interesting email I'm going to read.
Okay, so where did he send it to? Oh, here it goes. Glowy Don. Oh, okay. Nice. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll share this over here. Give me 1 second here. That is freaking phenomenal. I'm going to share a picture that Dark sent, and I think it's really cool.
Is it him and Justice Thomas?
No.
Ooh, I'm looking at it now. That is very cool looking.
I gotta find it. Here it is.
Dang.
Look at that.
Who did that for you, Dark? That's sweet.
Yeah. Ooh. Here we go. Hold
I'm
up. So does
believing
that mean
Dark.
that shall issue is 50? No, it's not 50 state reciprocity.
But there's an Easter egg in here.
Yeah.
And the Easter egg is we know of no other constitutional right that an individual may exercise only after demonstrating to the government officers some special need.
Well, here's something that they were going to go. Oh, Shelly, let me show this one. They were going. New York said that they were gonna check that out.
That's crazy.
New York
So
said that their plan was if this comes back, they were gonna say since there's large gatherings in New York City, there's a lot of people there, that is a sensitive area. But I believe, but that was their plan. And I guess Thomas knew that was their plan. And
he wrote in here, like, hey, not everything can be a special place or a sensitive area.
Yeah, and he said just because people gather at a certain area does not make it.
So what they were talking about is making the subways gun-free zones.
Originally with New York, their plan, this came out since then. Their plan was to say make the whole island of Manhattan a sensitive zone by saying there's a lot of people there. And I think Thomas got word of that. So he wrote, yeah, you can't do that. So he headed that off.
He kind of preempted them.
Yeah.
And healthy, heck yeah.
Yep. That really, really, ooh, that's a freaking smoking deal. I think I'm gonna build myself another AR.
What's going on?
Palmetto State Armory. Hold on. I'll paste this deal in there because this is a smoking deal. Just give me 1 second here.
Can you use my affiliate link?
I'm the one found it. I use your affiliate link if you want. You can do it.
No, I'm teasing you. Just go for it, man.
No, I mean, if you want to, I don't care. You know,
no, I'd have to dig it out. Just post it because it's not worth delaying everybody.
Trying to get it here. I
So
can install the little thing so I can just click. I moved over whatchamacallit.
Your dog Rover?
No, I moved over to Opera.
Phantom of the Opera?
No,
so Opera, another
browser.
it's Chrome based. That's basically a Chrome engine, but
it's like Chromium.
Yep. So PSA has all sorts of really good deals, and if you are patient, you typically can find a fantastic deal on something. Like I bought a AR-10 lower and waited for the 6.5 Creedmoor upper to go on sale, and then scooped that mother up.
Yeah, this is basically you get the Palmetto State Armory Bagpull MOE lower build kit, and 10 PMags for $159.99, which is really good. Oh yeah, they had the Rock on sale.
Yeah, but the Rock I want, so that's their 5.7, is the one with the optics cut and the threaded barrel. I haven't seen that out yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one I'm waiting for too. Although once I sign this contract, you know what? I'm thinking about taking some money that I make from YouTube or whatnot and all my other stuff and just buying me something with it. But I feel really bad if I do that.
Why don't you tell people what you really do with your money from YouTube?
I don't do anything. I mean, I spend it on my other hobby.
Tell you don't want to share what your other hobby is.
I do a lot of philanthropy. How about that?
Yeah, that's good. So Crumpy is a philanthropist, and so Scorched Earth, hey man, I'm a little jealous because Rod Mills was on Friday. I know you invited me in on last Friday's show.
Well, Rod can
but
come on today if he wants.
Yeah, Rod, you want to jump in? We're happy to have you on, and I've always wanted to get Rod on the show here.
Yeah. So yeah, I do. You know, like I had to drop off like food today, so I did some food stuff and did you just stuff like that just to give back. People say conservatives are greedy, but if you look at charity, conservatives and libertarians give a lot more to charity. I'm a libertarian than Democrats. We just do not believe in forced charity. It should be of your own free will.
Or you're very low key about this, and you don't shove it in people's faces.
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to do? Run around saying, "Ooh, I did this, I did that." I mean,
Let's see.
no, you shouldn't do it because you want clout or whatnot. You want to do it
Yes.
because it's the right thing to do.
Let's see. I just texted Rod Mills the StreamYard link.
Yeah, and look, giving back is the best feeling in the world that you can do. If you haven't done charity work, you should go volunteer at a food bank. Go pack food for an afternoon. You'll leave, and then what the hell is that? I saw Bob pop up, and Bob disappeared.
I was like all excited.
Yeah, so if you do charity work or whatnot, it's, since I know people are gonna come change the background, it's some of like the best feelings you can get in the world, and you will get as much out of it as the people that you help.
Well said.
But I am thinking about taking a little bit of the money and buying myself some like nice.
Dude, you do whatever you think.
I don't know.
You work hard. First off, you are always working. You put in more than an 8-hour day on anything. And whether it's in front of the camera here or behind the scenes doing stuff, and you do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we can't talk about, but
yeah, it is what it is.
You totally deserve it.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, going through this opinion, did anything stick out to you? There's a lot of references to McDonald, to Keller. I kind of lost Heller. I'm sorry, Heller.
Not Walter Keller.
Yeah,
the Keller.
Yeah, I got 50 cals on my mind. So what I saw, or what I skipped over, and then I started rereading, is the first 2 pages and how.
What the hell's going on with Bob? Few things planned. You see him jump out, then he
I saw that. They kind of lay out what the rest of the document's meaning, and they talk about historical application, and the Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. There's a lot of, you think it's one sentence with a comma. You think a lot of it would be very clear to people, but a lot of people get hung up on militia and well-regulated. And well-regulated means in good operation. That was what it meant at the time.
Yeah, you got to
The
look at what it
militia,
meant at the time. You can't look at it what it means today.
yeah, and militia was the whole body of the people. That's what the militia is. So
Look at
also,
that GOA hat.
also the Constitution. Let's see. The Constitution said that we should not have a standing army. Therefore, we needed a militia.
There was a little bit of an echo.
Must be on Bob's end.
Sure it is. You guys
Yeah,
can hear me?
I think you're. Yeah, I think there's some feedback coming back too.
Well, I got a new everything. Well, a new camera and stuff. So this is probably a terrible idea.
Do you have if one of your cables loose?
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like
I'll leave.
60 hertz hum. You got like an audio cable running past an AC wire, power cord.
Yeah, probably. But I need that power. I'll be back.
Well, just
Sorry.
route them.
Okay. See you in a second. All right, that was Bob Hutane Clan stopping by.
Bob's a great guy.
Bob is a freaking tremendous guy.
I need to call those guys because I need stuff now that they're selling stuff again. So JSD is back in business, everything. Damn it.
Yeah, which is really, really cool.
So I need some P320 parts. And what else was I looking to get? Let's see. I know it was P320 stuff. I'm working on a couple of projects.
Barrel.
Yeah,
frame,
yeah. Well, yeah. I've got the mops. So I need like, yeah.
Drill press.
I got the drill press. Patmos 43 slide is fire.
Yeah, I gotta do another drill. I gotta do some parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't have a 43, so I'm thinking about doing the DLD 43.
I got one 43 that I got done, a P80 43.
P80.
And then I have a regular 43, and then I have my 43X, which is right here in my JSD tactical holster.
So Jason says use Knipex flush cuts. I just bought cheapy cutters at Harbor Freight, and I put them on the grinder like Bob Putang Clan said to do until they basically cut flush.
All right. I cut it with a freaking hacksaw. All right, Rich is taking a phone call here in the middle of the show for some unknown reason, but that's fine because I do that a lot. So we're going to let Rich talk here, and we are going to say that interesting. If you want a P80, you better, and you're in California, you better order that sucker like now. Because on July 1st, you can't order them anymore. A 243 barrel for an AR-10. Where did I see one at? Give me 1 second. I don't have it anymore. Sorry. Mr. Rod Mills, better known as Scorched Earth Firearm, one of my favorite firearms instructors.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not bad. How are you doing, Rod?
Oh man, I am celebrating today. This is
The biggest decision ever in the history of.
This is somewhat of an emancipation type day. Freeing California and let's see, New York, Hawaii, Massachusetts too, right?
Yeah, all the commie states.
Yeah.
Rodimus Maximus, how are you, sir?
Rodimus Maximus. You know that there is a transformer named Rodimus Maximus.
No,
there,
it's not Rodimus Maximus.
Yes, it is.
It's Rodimus Prime.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Rodimus Prime. Yeah, Rodimus Prime. Damn, John, you right on. Rodimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Old co-worker of mine, he calls me that all the time, Rodimus Prime.
Yeah, I know my Transformers, man.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the Michael Bay crap. I'm talking about the Unicron stuff.
Well, John, what year were you born, John?
1976.
76.
So I was
76.
right in the middle of the Transformers.
Yeah, see, I was there right when they first came out. And yeah. Well, actually, you're the same age my nephew is. So John, I know yeah, John, you remember what's those little trucks called?
GoBots?
Rough Riders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the Stomper trucks and all of that.
Yeah, I looked them. I remember those little micro machine things too.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, those are
great.
the days there.
They have a great YouTube video called Toy Galaxies, and they go into all the history of all like the Saturday morning cartoons and all the other cartoons and all the toys, and they go into the history of it.
Man,
like,
my favorite toy growing up was and somebody please tell me if I could purchase this anywhere, but there was a helicopter, and it was attached to this little, I guess, buoy, like a little, a boom, I guess. Like they have like the lights and stuff in the movies, and you could make the helicopter go up and down, and it'll go around and around. And it could pick up little like.
You're talking about the vertibird.
I can't remember the name of it, but it could pick up those little things. What are those things that the markers in the street that they put down, like the little barricade things, and you could pick it up with the arms on the.
It just went around in a circle. Is all.
Yeah,
it
just
did,
went
right?
around in a circle. Yeah.
Yeah, there was the vertibird. Oh my God, I wanted one of those in the worst way.
Oh man, my cousins came over. Man, I had I had some cousins that normally would destroy my toys. And I got that for Christmas one year. Man, I played with that thing for about 3 hours. My cousins.
Oh my God!
And they
1971 vertibird, $139 on eBay.
Yeah, that's the cheapest one, and they go from there.
What? Damn, Crump, you already own it that fast too, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're expensive.
Oh my God, I could 3D print that toy in no time.
Well, that's not the reason why people want them.
I got you. Oh my gosh, the URL. I was got to paste the URL. Forget it. It's like a phone book.
They have a vertibird rescue ship as well, so they have like a rescue ship attachment.
I think they had an aircraft carrier too.
They did?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have that? It was like the first projection video type game where there would be things going on the walls and you can shoot them, with this little gun.
I
vaguely remember that.
We're
all reliving our childhoods.
Yeah.
So, Rod, I was so jealous.
Like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
I was so jealous that you were on last Friday because I wanted to get you on as a guest forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
We're having echoing here.
Yeah. I'm not working out. Hold on. I'm going to unplug something, and you tell me if it's still good. What about now?
We don't hear anything now.
No,
we're
there's still an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Somebody's
not
got to
gonna
be
work out.
talking for that.
Bye.
And
I'm
Bob,
sorry, Bob.
I want to ask
That's
you
all
about
right.
that thing above your head in the back wall there, the letter P.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that some other time later.
Oh,
This is part of it.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Basically, that is the precision trigger by JFD, and it's the binary Glock trigger.
Binary Glock trigger.
Hey guys, where are all these Glock 18 switches coming from? I was looking on
Wish.com. Wish.com or the ATF.
Well, they're not really on Wish.com anymore. They took them all down. But we saw something that was interesting, Rod. It was a guy selling a D-mill Glock 18, and basically the slide was in perfect condition, nothing done with the slide, and the frame was cut in half. And they're like, "Oh, D-mill Glock 18."
I mean, so maybe I'm missing it.
I don't think you are.
Why did they cut the frame in half?
Because he's saying that D-mills it.
So you can put it back together, though. You can weld it back together, correct?
Oh, you don't need to do that. It's the
Oh
slide
yeah, the
is
switch
where
is at the back. Yeah,
with all the slide.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, the slide is the part.
All right, we have another super chat.
During red flag order, what Fifth Amendment rights does a person have? Are people behind the blue curtain expected to hand over their illegal arms?
I guess so, but I don't think they have any rights.
Well, and that's the whole problem with red flag laws. It violates what is it? Your Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendment?
Yeah. Thank you,
due
Charles
process.
Baines.
It violates due process. So I mean,
Well, your right to confront the accuser, seizure. There's a number of rights that are violated by red flag laws.
Hell, what about the not that I really care. I mean, if I'm choosing and picking my battles, the thing about people under the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so they have to have a deeper background check, which includes all of their juvenile records.
But I thought juvenile records were frozen anyway. I mean, where you couldn't.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So, but I mean, what does that have to do with you getting a gun when you're an adult, though? I mean, can that stop you from getting a gun?
Yes. Now it can.
Again, the law makes all of these masterminds. So it doesn't say what would prohibit you. It just says it's in a judge's hands to determine that. Now, a judge, if you have anything except a stellar background, will probably deny you because they don't want to be responsible for giving you a gun.
Yeah, and here.
Okay, hold on. I'm missing something. So let's say,
I don't think you are.
Here in Florida, I get ready to go purchase a gun. Okay.
And you're 20. Well, you can't.
I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that anyway.
Make it Georgia.
Okay, so I don't know Georgia's rules, but let's just say 20, and I get ready to purchase a gun. I mean, so does that mean you can't do what about the private transaction between, let's say, family members?
I guess that's state to state, but basically, if you're going to buy a gun and fill out a 4473 as a 20-year-old in a state that allows a 20-year-old to possess a firearm,
like Virginia.
So this only goes for FFLs then?
Pretty much.
So yeah. Okay, that's like saying, you know what? It's freezing outside. I got my back door open and my front door open, but I'm only going to close the front door. The back door's still open. Did
Don't try to apply logic, Rod.
But
We're dealing
Rod,
with Congress people here. Don't apply logic.
if you could pass a law and save thousands of lives, wouldn't you do it?
if I'm hell bent on killing everybody, that's not going to stop me.
You got the right answer, buddy. You're knocking them out of the park today. It's amazing to me that they run around saying, but this law will save thousands of lives. It's like, wouldn't have stopped anybody.
You know what?
Any of the mass shooters of recent time that you're having a knee-jerk reaction to, it wouldn't stop one thing.
Be advised this. I support law enforcement. I do.
Mhm.
Law enforcement could really squash all of this by making a collective statement like that one law enforcement guy in Canada said in 2020 that gun laws will not stop will not stop crime.
Correct.
I mean, if law enforcement will go out and say that and be honest with it and be truthful with it like they should, then I mean, my thing is this: I've actually taken 5 calls today, and with people saying, "What's up with this New York thing that they're talking about?" I said, "Well, it was now giving people the right to be able to carry concealed without going through all kind of rigmaroles." And they were like, "There are places like that do that." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, you live in Florida, which is free. I mean, you got states like New York, California, Hawaii, DC, and probably some more out there that I don't know about.
DC's shall issue.
Or is it shall issue? Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a shall issue. You can get a DC permit if you wanted one. Right?
But you got to go through hell and high water, though. You got to go through. Don't you have to go the FFL is the
that's if you buy a gun, but if you wanted to be like, I'm a Virginia resident, and like if I have a DC concealed carry permit, which I do, I can carry in DC.
So who had to sign off on that carry permit for you to get it?
It's the DC police.
Okay, exactly. That's what I thought. Okay, the police department has that's what's the word I want to say? That's the
Capitol Police?
No,
it's DC.
Isn't that
Metro Police?
Not double jeopardy. Help me out, guys. What? That's like, why don't they have like a department? Like
most states use police to issue permits.
Except Florida, we have the Department of Agriculture.
Agriculture, okay.
Yeah, so like in Florida, the people that regulate corn and oranges are the ones that sign off on your permit. Doesn't make any sense to me. And it's actually a very powerful position.
And hopefully we have a Democrat that will be out next election.
Nikki Fried.
Nikki Fried. Actually, she's
running for governor.
She's running for governor, so she is out, right?
Those that control the corn control the world. Everything is made of freaking corn, or have corn in it.
I mean, we should have term limits anyway. I mean,
well, she was just in one term, but she's proved herself to be a Democrat, and people, she played some shenanigans with closing the office for gun permits during COVID.
We sued.
And
they opened back up.
Yeah, and exactly. So even with here in Jacksonville, I sent a email out to our former sheriff, because of the fact that we had 2 ways at that time of in 2020 of actually getting your concealed weapons license. You can go to the Department of Agriculture, which would at that point was taking about 90 to 120 days just to get an appointment.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And then you could go and submit the application on your own manually, but the key thing is that they only had 2 people working down in the fingerprint department, and the Department of Agriculture requires you to have the electronic fingerprinting and not just the old way that they did in Mayberry.
Right,
and he was only allowing like 2 or 3 people a day to get fingerprints because he said that they were short-staffed.
Where is this at?
Jacksonville?
Our former sheriff.
Okay. Because we
So what
sued,
county is that?
Duval.
But we sued Mecklenburg County in North Carolina for the same reason and won.
Well, see, the thing is that, excuse me, it wasn't, so in Mecklenburg, they have to go through the police department to get their concealed weapons license. Jacksonville Sheriff's Office was doing a sort of, I guess, a favor that you may want to say, where they were doing the electronic fingerprints. They were not stopping you from getting your concealed weapons license, because keep in mind, you still had to go through either the Department of Agriculture or you could manually send it in yourself.
Yeah, I got my Florida carry permit.
But the thing is, if you don't have the fingerprint, then you don't have, you might as well say you didn't have anything. Okay, so yeah, they were not directly stopping us from getting it. It was slowing it down a lot. Totally different from Mecklenburg.
Well, Mecklenburg, they said, "Oh, we're processing everything. We're processing all applications within 45 days. So now we're in compliance." And what they were doing is they're like, "Oh, fingerprints. You need an appointment for a fingerprint. We can get you in about 2 months or 3 months." So now, when you turn in your application, they have to fingerprint you right then and there.
Right. Well, see, the difference is that the police department was in charge of doing the concealed weapons license up there, right?
Yeah.
And see, the Department of Agriculture was in charge of doing it here. So if you were going to go after anybody, it would have been the Department of Agriculture and not the police department.
I gotcha.
So, but what they did was this. They allowed the tax collector here in Duval County to be able to do your fingerprinting, your picture, your photo ID, the application, and they would send it out to the Department of Agriculture. And that sped everything up again. Right now, I had a student that I did 2 weeks ago. He got his concealed weapons license back in 8 days. That's the record for me.
Well, that is cool. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for about 2 hours. I need to go take care of some more stuff. Working on some other stuff behind the scenes, which kind of sucks. We will be back next week. You can follow me at johncrump.locals.com. John Crump News. Check that out. Check out my Reddit, AmmoLand. You can check Rich out on all social media at Flying Rich and Flying Rich on YouTube and flyingrich.locals.com. Don't forget his MySpace. You can be his second friend, and you can check him out on Instagram at flyingrich_official on Instagram, because some jackass took Flying Rich. And let me kick it over to Rod Mills. Rod.
Hey, you guys can find me on, here's my business card, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you just
hold on.
See that QR code there? Let's see here. There we go. You can just go ahead and scan that QR code. That'll take you directly over to my website. And then hopefully at some point in the future, guys, I'll be able to attend the Iraq Veteran 8888 Range Day by help of none other than
Crumpy?
Yours truly, this guy here.
Yeah, dude, you're as good as in.
Thank you, sir.
I can actually put you down as like, if you're not gonna have any trouble, but you can always go under Black Swan Media Group. I'll send you the link and everything.
Okay, appreciate it.
But yeah, all right, guys. Rod, give us some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom: never leave your house without a gun.